There are different ways to navigate the Gantt chart. In my personal opinion, using your mouse is the best way to do so. While you are in the Gantt chart, if you hold your Ctrl key, you see that your mouse icon becomes a little hand. That indicates that you can navigate the Gantt chart using your mouse now. So while holding your Ctrl key in the keyboard and scrolling up or down your mouse wheel, you see that we zoom in or out in the timeline. This is particularly useful because the zooming in or out happens at the position your mouse is at the moment. So for example, if I want to zoom in at this specific region here, all I need to do is move your mouse to that position and zoom in. Scroll up. Also, while holding your Ctrl key, if you drag and drop, if you left click, drag and release your left key, you are navigating the Gantt chart without zooming in or out. In addition to that, if you hold your Ctrl and Shift key at the same time and scroll up or down, you are zooming in or out vertically. So essentially you are increasing or reducing the bar height or the row for the resource. So those three functionality together gives the planner quick ability to navigate the Gantt chart. In addition to that, of course, you can use the bottom and right scroll bars to navigate it. An additional option is using your keyboard directional keys. So your left key is going to go to the left, your right key is going to go to the right, your down key is going to go down, and your up key is going to go up. Okay, so there is kind of a hidden feature that most people is not aware of, which is whenever you're dragging and dropping one operation, if you're put your mouse, your operation in the resource column or to the right scroll bar, you are going to navigate to the right or to the left. Okay, so in addition to doing navigation directly in the Gantt chart, you can use the toolbar or the menus to do so. So we have here 4 different icons that you can click to zoom in or out, or to zoom in or out vertically. Those 4 buttons, the zooming in or out happens at the middle of the horizon here. So it's different from using your mouse wheel, okay? So those 4 buttons, they are also available here at View, Zoom and Scale. You see that zoom in and out in the timeline and increase and reduce the bar height. And also in this menu we have the Reset Timeline and Reset Bar Height. So those will reset the horizon, the scale of your Gantt chart to the original position. There are further functionalities here in the zoom scale, and one of them is the scroll lock. Remember when I told you that you can use your directionals to navigate, or you can also use your drag and drop to navigate? If you have the scroll lock on, that it's not going to be possible anymore. So using your directional is not going to navigate the Gantt chart, and moving your operation, drag and drop your operation to the left resource column or to the right scroll bar, it's not going to do anything. This is particularly useful because the left and right key in your keyboard can be used to highlight operations. You see that I can use my right key here or my left key here. I'm going to be talking about this functionality in a different video, but just to give you a quick glimpse, if I hold my right key and left click, I'm going to highlight using a specific feature, and same for the left key. So in addition to navigating the Gantt chart, you can set the scale, okay? So before explaining that, you need to understand 2 different concepts. One is the full planning horizon, and another one is what you're seeing in the planning or from the planning horizon. So the full planning horizon is the amount of time that is available for Opcenter to schedule operations. So let's say that my full planning horizon, it is 50 days. If I have operation work orders jobs that takes more than 50 days to complete, those operations will be left on schedule. So let's say that I have 60 operations and each operation takes 1 day to complete. If I have a 50-day planning horizon, only 50 operations will be scheduled because they are taking those 50 days. Those outstanding 10 operations will be left unscheduled. In addition to that, you have the range. The range is from those 50-day maximum horizon, I only want to see 10. Then my zooming in or out will never go past that 10 days horizon. Okay? And that range you can define here in the zoom in scale. You come here to set range, and I have at the bottom 3 different options. You see that I'm currently at full range, means that my maximum range that I see is exactly equal to the full planning horizon. I have fit to items. This will shrink my range, accommodating the first item schedule, either a supply, an operation schedule, or a demand, and also accommodating the last either operation, demand, or supply. In this case, it's going to be my inventory. It's the first item, and this operation here is my last schedule item. So if I click in fit to items and apply, you see that it shrinks this to show this only what you're in the Gantt chart is scheduled at the moment. Okay, so one more time, this is full range and this is fit to items. Okay, so we also have the custom option. When you click on the custom option, you can set up the start and end time. So this is going to be manually defined. So for example, I only want to see starting from 6th of June to, let's say, 4th of July. So if you do so and you click on apply, now the beginning of my range and the end of my range are set to be those 2 dates here. And those 4 buttons, they will be recalculating automatically this start and end time. So if I click on -1 day, you see that those dates are changing, +1, -1 week, and +1 week. And after setting that, I can just click on apply, or I can flag the auto apply button here. So you see when I click, now the schedule is automatically updated. Okay, so come back here to full range. Let me now unschedule here because I want to show you a different feature outside of the Gantt chart. Okay, so when you come here to configuration and sequencer configuration, you can set up that full planning horizon, so the historical planning horizon and the future planning horizon. So this is going to be 14 days from the current date and time backwards. And this is 720 days from the current date and time onwards. So my current full planning horizon is set to be 720 days. Coming here to the set sequence overview range is the default. So remember that the default were set to be full range, and now you can change the default here to be fit to items or custom. Okay, so if you click fit to items, nothing changes. But if you click on custom, you can set up an offset. So remember from the sequencer, you could set up start and end dates. In here, you set up an offset, and when you open the sequencer, the start and end time from the custom sequencer review mode will be automatic. The dates will be automatically calculated. Okay, so let's leave like this, -10 days and +20 days, and let's set my future planning horizon to be 100 days. Okay, so after the sequencer opens, you see that from the terminator time, you are seeing backwards only 10 days and onwards 20 days. So that's because my set range mode here, it is custom as a setup in the sequencer configuration, and you see that the dates has been automatically calculated. But my full planning horizon is minus 14 and plus 100 days. So if I click now on full range and click on apply, you see that I have 14 days backwards and 100 days in the future. Now, if I forward sequence, you see that I'm only scheduling up to that 100 days. There is nothing after that. So I have scheduled very little operations. Uh, and I have 1,732 operations unscheduled. That means I only needed this amount of operations to fulfill my 100 planning horizon. Okay, so let me save this. I will close this now, and I will increase my planning horizon now back to 720 days. Remember, my default is still minus 10 days plus 20 days. But if this is my default range, if I come back here, zoom in scale, set range, and full range, you see that now it goes to 720 days. But my schedule goes up only to 100 days because that's how I saved the schedule in the previous demonstration. But of course, if I come here now and do a forward schedule, all of those outstanding operations will now be uh, able to schedule. Okay, so I'm saving here now, and that's it for this video. Thank you.